What if I told you that during World War II, the U.S. Navy may have made an entire warship disappear? Not just invisible to radar, but completely vanished. And when it returned, the crew was never the same again. Some sailors supposedly went insane. Others disappeared forever. And according to the legend, a few were found fused into the metal walls of the ship itself. This is the terrifying mystery of the Philadelphia experiment. The year was 1943. World War II was raging across the globe. At the time, the U.S. military was desperately searching for advanced technology that could give them an advantage against enemy forces. According to the conspiracy theory, the Navy started a top-secret experiment at the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard in Pennsylvania. The subject of the experiment was a destroyer escort ship called the USS Eldridge. The alleged goal? To make the ship invisible to enemy radar using powerful electromagnetic fields. But according to the rumors, something went horribly wrong. Witnesses claimed strange equipment had been installed all around the ship. Huge generators, massive electrical coils, powerful magnetic devices. Then, one day in October 1943, the experiment supposedly began. As the machines powered on, sailors nearby reported seeing a strange green-blue glow surrounding the USS Eldridge. The air itself seemed to vibrate. And then, the ship vanished. Not partially, not hidden by smoke, completely gone. For a few terrifying moments, the USS Eldridge had disappeared from Philadelphia Harbor entirely. But the story gets even stranger. According to the legend, the ship didn't just become invisible, it teleported. Some witnesses claimed the USS Eldridge suddenly appeared hundreds of miles away in Norfolk, Virginia. People there allegedly saw the ship appear out of nowhere before vanishing again moments later. Then, just as suddenly, it reappeared back in Philadelphia. If true, this would mean the Navy had accidentally discovered teleportation technology decades before modern science could even imagine it. But when the ship returned, something was terribly wrong. The crew members were said to be suffering from horrifying side effects. Some sailors were violently nauseous. Others appeared mentally broken. And according to the darkest versions of the story, some crew members had become fused into the steel structure of the ship itself. Imagine being trapped halfway inside a metal wall, alive. Other sailors reportedly burst into flames, vanished without explanation, or became invisible for short periods of time. Some stories even claim survivors developed strange psychological problems and could suddenly freeze in place, as if disconnected from reality. The Philadelphia experiment quickly became one of the most disturbing military legends ever told. But where did this story actually come from? Years later, a man named Carlos Allende sent strange letters to a UFO researcher named Morris Jessup. In these letters, Allende claimed he had witnessed the experiment firsthand. He described impossible technology, invisibility fields, and horrifying consequences for the crew. His letters spread rapidly among conspiracy theorists and paranormal researchers. Soon, the Philadelphia experiment became famous worldwide. Here's the big question. Did any of this actually happen? Most historians and scientists say no. There is no official evidence proving the experiment ever took place. The U.S. Navy completely denied the story. Records show the USS Eldridge was never even in Philadelphia at the time the experiment supposedly happened. Experts believe the rumors may have been inspired by real wartime technology called degaussing. Degaussing involved using magnetic fields to protect ships from magnetic mines and reduce radar detection. To ordinary people during the 1940s, these strange electrical experiments may have looked mysterious and frightening. over time, the stories may have evolved into something much darker. Even today, millions of people still believe the Philadelphia experiment was real. Why? Because secret military projects do exist. Governments have hidden experiments before. And during wartime, almost anything seems possible. The mystery also taps into some of humanity's deepest fears: technology gone wrong, experiments beyond human understanding, and the terrifying idea that science could accidentally open doors we were never meant to touch. So, was the Philadelphia experiment a real military disaster? A secret teleportation project hidden from the public? Or simply one of the greatest conspiracy theories ever created? We may never know the full truth, but one thing is certain: the legend of the USS Eldridge continues to haunt people more than 80 years later. And somewhere in the shadows of history, some mysteries refuse to disappear.